Hello, hello. Scott Hilton. Scott Talks. We're going to talk about basic things you need to know to cut the cord. Just get rid of cable, that stupid bill, and all those little extra charges they throw in there. They tell you it's one price, and you have to call them every year and complain and say, hey, it went way up. Well, we're going to give you a deal this year for so many months or so many whatever, whatever. No more deals. No more deals. And the little box you have to rent, no more box. No. You can get one of these, a Roku Ultra box. They're wonderful. They make little sticks that are cheaper. We like the Ultra. It's got a few more features on the remote. This is the remote that comes with it. This is a little older model, but it's okay. It's about the same. And you can get the volume up and down. Goes up and down, goes down. In case we turn something on, we get copyright strikes from YouTube. You need Wi-Fi, you need a router, and you need a modem. So if you keep that from your cable company, fine, or your satellite company, whatever. Or you can get the new thing to do is to get stuff from T-Mobile and Verizon, AT&T, those companies. If you're happy with their cell service, you could talk to them about getting you. That would be cord cutting 1.0 is cutting the cable cord and just keeping the box, the modem, and the router for the cable company. Cord cutting 2.0 is getting rid of the box, router, and modem for the cable company and getting a box from your cell phone company and have them send you a signal. Or getting, if you have to, get a satellite, which is a little slower. But if you're out in the boonies, get a satellite. And a lot of you have the ability to use an antenna to bring in channels to get free TV for your networks and stuff. That's great. That's great if you could do that. But we're going to cut the cord and say you're getting your modem router from the cable company or from optic cable or your telephone company, T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T, one of those guys probably. Now, you need the Wi-Fi. You don't need a ton of Wi-Fi. I would start really low. It's easy peasy to tell them, hey, well, don't you need 500, 600, 700? No, 200, 300. You can stream Netflix if you live alone on 100. But if you're sitting there streaming Netflix with your tablet open and your little Alexa device going off in 10 seconds and all that stuff, you got a lot going on, you can need a little more. But you're not going to need a lot. Start 200, 300, whatever they give you, just tell them you want the basic. Because it's easy to go up. They don't mind charging you more money to go up. But when you're already up, they do mind going down and not paying as much money. They go, oh, well, we have to do this, we'll have to do that. They make a lot of excuses. You don't want that. So we don't want to do that. So we're going to turn our boxes in, but you can wait a month. I don't mind. I really don't mind. Get the stuff from your phone company, try it out. Hook up a modem. The guy will come to the house, hook up the modem, hook you all up, help you disconnect all that other stuff, and get you going. You need Wi-Fi. You need a streaming service. This is the Roku remote, so this is what this one looks like. This is the number one streaming service, Netflix. Everyone has Netflix. Everyone's tried Netflix. Start with Netflix. Easy. And if you have a smart TV that works fine, you can start without the Roku or a Fire Stick or an Apple TV. I've got an Apple TV box on this side. Now, the reason we have both, you get a remote. She has hers on this side. I have mine on that side. I have an iPhone, so I have the Apple TV box. And I plugged it into there's a port on the back of this big TV. It takes a better signal, it interprets the signal a little better in a thicker cable. And the guy said, yeah, put the Apple one there. And that'll give you a little bit better looking stuff. So anytime we watch stuff on Apple TV or something that can give you a little 4K, it's coming through the Apple TV. But you can do it. You can do 4K on this too. You just plug it in the right port, but you can plug it in the regular port. I mean, I don't notice the difference really. But she's in the main port that used to have the cable box in it. Number one, usually on most TVs. Anyway, we got a sound bar. There's a sound bar plug-in that has an E in front of it, HDMI, and that's where you plug the sound bar in. Let's say you have an optic cable and you plug it in the optic cable. It's a little slot, this delicate little optic cable. It's nice having a sound bar because it gives you boost more, because the speakers on these little thin TVs are thin little speakers. Like your phone, it's all right. It does the job. But a sound bar really gives you the and that way when you really feel like it, if you subscribe to like Spotify, you can listen to some nice music. Why not listen to music on Spotify with a big speaker like that? Now that you've got Wi-Fi and you've cut the cord, why not? Let's see, One Republic collection. There's some One Republic. We're not going to listen to it because but you get to watch the the thing. You can go and do different things with it. Follow, go to artists, do different things, just like on your phone. It's no big deal. But you start with Netflix, and you got all these great shows and movies you can't get on cable. Forget cable. But you can still get it, save a little money, and get it with ads. So you have that same cable experience with ads. There's Wednesday. Excellent show. I love Wednesday. There's Heartland. My wife loves Heartland. Oh my gosh. It's a Canadian show. It's usually on Netflix. It's like a season or two behind. We watched Untamed. That was really good. Sweet Magnolia. She's probably watching that. Right? Wildfire. No one's watching that probably. But it's neat. It shows you all the different stuff. Animal Kingdom. That's supposed to be like, if you loved Yellowstone, you might like Animal Kingdom. But if you've never cut the cord before, you may not know what Yellowstone is. Yellowstone's great. Yellowstone's a show created by Taylor Sheridan, and all his new stuff is on Paramount. He creates all this great stuff, and Yellowstone would be on Paramount, but they spent a lot of money over here at NBC, Peacock, Universal Studios, and paid to have a hit show on Peacock called Yellowstone. So they've still got Yellowstone on Peacock. But all Taylor Sheridan's other shows are on Paramount. This is CBS, by the way, Paramount. Peacock is your NBC. Got some Bravo stuff there too. Paramount's got some Showtime stuff on it. Prime Video, you get it free. If you have Amazon Prime shipping, you get this free. And you get some basic Amazon Music free. You can't handpick and play one song and do that. They want you to pay for premium. Everyone wants you to pay for premium. Okay? Your Hulu is your ABC and Fox and FX type stuff. You always bundle that with Disney Plus. It's only an extra $1, and they're merging anyway. They're going to merge Hulu into Disney Plus. But you want all that content. And I know if you don't have kids, I understand, but there's the benefits of having Disney Plus merged with Marvel and all the other stuff, Star Wars stuff, all that stuff merged together. National Geographic, anything. It's always $1. Merge it. Always merge it with ads. That's fine. HBO Max, some of you remember that from the old days. HBO, da-da-da. Yeah, it's got a lot of Discovery Plus content. So if you loved HGTV, Magnolia Network with Chip and Joanna Gaines, that's there. Now you can get Discovery Plus on its own, and you might find a few more shows or more seasons of shows, because a lot of these streaming services are finding out it's expensive to give you every season of a 10-season show with every single episode and every star, because they have to pay cuts to the producers, the top actors, some writers, directors. People are getting a couple pennies per episode, and they're like, we're not paying all that. We'll give you 2 or 3 good episodes of season 1. We'll skip to season 3. They'll do that because the odds are you've seen all those seasons. If you're there on the 10th season, you've seen it. You're good. You're probably pretty good. Okay. Now, this is our news app. My wife, when we cut the cord, she loves Spectrum News. Did not want to give it up. 24/7 news. Haystack News will be your substitute. Your other substitute, of course, is your phone, Facebook, Instagram, TikToks. All that has news type stuff. YouTube. YouTube is the other big news source. Any story in the world. When the California wildfires were happening, we were all over YouTube, watching story after story after story, because they post them on YouTube, and that is more popular than Netflix. And Netflix is the most popular streaming service. And this is free. Absolutely, you always have this. We always keep it at the top left. You know, on my Apple TV, when I click onto that, it has a different setup, a different look. And a lot of you might have a Samsung TV that has a smart TV. You've got it. As long as those apps are working, you can get your Netflix, you can get your YouTube, you're good. But in a couple of years, when it starts getting real slow or buggy, or it tells you, you know, you need an update, you can't update it because no one's spent any money to update it on a old Samsung TV, it's time to get one of these little boxes or sticks or something. See, this is the way it looks on an Apple TV. You got all these great things on Roku. Same stuff. The one thing you got bonus on Roku is something called the Roku channel. Apple's competition, they don't have the Roku channel right now, okay? They probably don't want the Roku channel. But it's got all these great shows. You on the home page, continue watching. Someone's trying to sneak in some more Heartland. There you go. Nautilus is a good show, but you have to watch out. Nautilus, AMC Plus, another streaming service. You click on it, you might get a first episode free, but they want you to watch AMC Plus, buy AMC Plus through the Roku, because they get a cut. And Apple gets a cut if you buy it through Apple on your phone. So be careful when you're picking stuff if it says free. Amazon does the same thing. You get on Amazon Prime Video. Great stuff on Amazon Prime Video. And if you have Prime shipping, you've got it free. Always have that. We might not be able to log in here because we always use my Amazon. It's probably not going to do anything. That's okay. We're not going to waste time with that. A lot of times I'll pick a lot of the main shows, and she'll have her stuff she picks. We have a local, if we watch the Haystack News, that's great. Found a local one. We're in Ocala, Florida, Orlando, Florida. Ocala's like here, Orlando's here, Tampa's here. So we're kind of close to those. So this is on an Orlando station, but they advertise Central Florida. So we get lots of news that reflects in the weather and stuff that reflects that area. So that's what you look for. You can look for an app. And a lot of news stations have gotten away from those apps. But right now, look for that. Look for YouTube. Haystack News has weather, local, world. It's got everything. And you can program it in the settings app and hand pick stuff you want pushed on you. No thanks. We don't want any offers. Okay, we're in Ocala. My account. Set location. Confirm my headlines. Let's confirm some headlines. We want weather, current events, science, technology, entertainment. Business and finance. No, I don't care about that. International, politics, Espanol. No, don't care about that. Let's see how about stars. You click on the star and you go to more. You got stations. These are local stations. You can click on those that you want to get. So it's neat. It'll have story after story, and it'll just vary from what you picked. It's neat. It just keeps going on, because if you get the local guys, you know, it's 5 o'clock something, they have a 4 o'clock news. So at 5 o'clock, you're watching the 4 o'clock news anyway. And then after you've watched for 30 minutes, it repeats the 4 o'clock news again, and you're like, yeah, you know. So I prefer Haystack, really do. Howdy's a new thing from Roku, basically the Roku channel, but ad-free. And they want you to pay $2.99 for that. No. We'll watch the ads. Tubi, it's like cable, but it's with ads, and a lot of people love it. It's free, absolutely free. I think it's owned by Fox, so you might see a little more Fox content on that. Let's see if it'll load up for us. There we go. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Good Witch, Moonlight, Encino Man, Magicians, Osborns, all sorts of stuff, old stuff, new stuff, all sorts of stuff. Free, free. Get that app, right? CW network. You've heard of the CW network. Most of you have a CW network near you. Free with ads. That's all you got to do. PBS. Some stuff free with ads. I mean, not ads, but just free. And then some stuff you got to pay a fee, a donation to your local PBS station. Pluto TV, like Tubi, free with ads. Okay? Get that. Definitely. That's owned by Paramount, so you'll see more Star Trek stuff. You'll see some extra stuff in there. So that's cool. All right. So there are a lot of apps you can get, and a Roku device full of apps. There's AMC Plus, Stars, Discovery Plus. If you don't want, I mean, you get it free with HBO Max, but if you're missing anything, if you feel like you want to try Discovery Plus on its own, fine. Vivo has music videos. A lot of your music streaming services will have music videos. And a good way to rotate this stuff, Paramount CBS, right? You rotate it during the times the networks you're available to watch the networks. This is number one CBS, number one network. ABC or Hulu is number two network, and NBC is number three network, and this is whatever for the apps. You get Paramount Plus, you watch it like in October, November, February, March, April, May. Seasons end in May usually. They start about September, October. You can just binge watch a little bit in October by skipping that. And the rest of the months, you get the other guys. You get the Netflix. You can rotate in, start at the beginning of the month, end, and cancel right before the end of the month. And you can rotate in another service. You can get HBO Max. It depends on your budget. Most people have about 3 streaming services that they pay for, okay? About 3. But if you only budget 1, you can actually get my big 8, which is 1, Paramount, 2, Netflix, 3, Peacock, 4, Prime Video, 5, Apple TV Plus. Got Jason Momoa in Chief of War right now. It's amazing. What are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And always get these at the same time. So give it a try. Cutting the cord, save you a lot of money and headache. Take those little boxes back. You'll be so happy. They'll whine and complain and make a deal and just tell them no thank you. Be nice. And like, share, and subscribe to this video if you've learned anything, because why not, right? Have a great day.